Hey, welcome back to the vlog. We're at it again with another production vlog. We are here again with the same client that we've been working with for the last part of the year of 2024. They've been a fantastic client. They've been calling us back, and so we've been showing up. And this job in particular it's kind of like the culmination of all the videos that we created for them in the last 2 to 3 months. And they had chosen a winner for this promotion that they were doing, and so that's what we're doing, is like a profile video for the first winner. Now, as you can see here, we're filling up our cart so much that we had to bring out the rock and roller. I don't know how we even got here, but we certainly did. We're filling up the cart fully, and now we're needing an extra cart fully. This building in particular, though, they have 2 floors and they just have stairs. They don't have an elevator, so that is why we bring what we bring. So the goal of today is to catch this employee profile video of, he's the one who was voted, employee of the quarter. So he wins the Tesla truck for the next couple of months or so. And being that it was the first one, we wanted to do something special. And we spoke to the man in charge, and we were trying to get him like, hey, what are you thinking about? We'd love to do a documentary on the history of the company. And Josh was kind of talking him up about it, and he was like, you mean like this? And he brought up a video of, someone he knows, and they're getting a documentary done on them. And we were like, that's fantastic. So we kind of jumped on that, and we were like, yeah, we can do exactly that. And so as Josh and I were talking pre-production for this thing, we were actually saying, why don't we kind of go above and beyond here, in the sense of, like, we could have done this very, very, very easy. In other words, hey, my name is so-and-so, and I'm so glad to win this employee of the quarter. I'm grateful to everybody who voted for me. A shaking of hands, a handing over of the key card, and then that's it. But when we were talking in pre-production, I said, hey, Josh, why don't we see if we can get this to be like a demo for that feel of a documentary, so that when we do try to pitch him on, hey, now that you've seen what we can do as far as that documentary look, what do you think about moving forward in this documentary historical piece about, how the company was started, and, where we've come to this point, so on and so forth. So that's why we're just kind of going deep on this one, just kind of showing, hey, look, we can definitely do this. We have the power. He knows we have the equipment, all that good stuff. So we're kind of just going the extra mile here. It's from this one, it's definitely not what was in the budget for this particular production. But again, they've already taken care of us on the other 2 productions. So it's like, why not just go the extra mile and, give them a level up, because we can do some good work here. And obviously, if we're doing good work, it's always something we can always put in our portfolio. So there's always benefits to doing better and going above and beyond. So that's what we did, and thus the setups here. This one in particular, we just wanted to, we added some new words into the overall script, and we're making an overall brand promo. So we definitely got the boss man to come in and just say a few more lines, say them over again in a new place, so that this way we have another interview kind of separated from the other brand promos, and then throw it into one large overall overarching brand promo for both locations. So yeah, we set up in this office. Obviously, we got the neg, we got the fill. We're running FX6, FX3 on the Cine lenses, the Zine Cine lenses. We got the boom mic rolling, and everything seems to be going well. As for our lighting setup, it's kind of the way that I've been showing here on the channel. We used to do like the light with the can going into the 4x, and then we would either diffuse it one more time or whatever. But lately, I've been doing this. I've been liking the way this looks, this softbox into this sheet of diffusion. And for that's our 8x. And you've seen me at home. I do it with a shower curtain, and it does the same thing. It's just killing that edge off, and it's not so sourcey. We have both monitors, and Josh had to run both cameras because it was so tight in there, It was so tight in there that only he could fit in that little corner. So it was on him to run both cameras. So I was like, well, I can do behind the scenes. And the last piece of lighting that I got to show is this short little nan-light Pavo tube. And I got that over the break on Black Friday. And so we're using it because it's a lot easier than pulling out the large Pavo tubes. Those large Pavo tubes are just, it's cumbersome. They work good, they're really nice, but it's cumbersome. And so when I saw those on sale, I was like, got them real quick, put them into the workflow, and it seems to work all right. Now, I like my light wand better than the small Pavo tube simply because it gives a little bit more length onto the shoulders. Or the other thing is that I could pull the Pavo tube a little bit further away. So this is the setup for the employee's interview, the one that we were talking about earlier, the employee of the quarter. And so we want to set this up kind of documentary style, something that could be just a little bit more dramatic than, ordinary corporate interview. So the lighting setup, of course, the same as what we had in the other office, the light into the softbox and into the sheet of diffusion. Now I'm running my Godox 300 into this snoot here, and we got the little light pattern on the wall. I wanted to just kind of throw something in there. Now, once again, this is so that we can kind of show the client what they can expect for a future job that we're going to try to pitch them on. We would like them to kind of check out the kind of style that we're providing for them and say, hey, we can do this for you. Remember, we were talking about a documentary about the history of the company. We think it would be nice if we did it something like this, so on and so forth. So basically what we're doing is we're kind of sowing seeds for future work, right? So we're trying to just kind of soften up the client so that when they see it and they like it, we could say, hey, we would love to do this for a future project, so on and so forth. And so that's why we've kind of just, again, we're going above and beyond. And, I've talked about this in previous vlogs where it's like, hey, sometimes you need to do free work. I keep saying that if I were to start all over from the beginning, I would start with free work and do what I wanted to do, the kind of productions that I want to get done. So long as I can afford it, that's what I would do for somebody else for free and fill up my portfolio with work that then I can show a future paying client. And so in this sense, we're already getting work. So going slightly above and beyond to say, hey, I'm going to upgrade you, but I'm not going to charge you, just so that, I could show you what, I could give you in a future project or whatever. And that's what's happening here. Like I said before, this is an ideal client. So when we tell them, hey, we want a little bit of extra time because we're going to do we're going to do this or that with whoever's being interviewed or whatever, they're like, fine, no problem. So, it's really not hard to get the extra time to do what we're doing here. Like, again, we're not really charging for a documentary right now, but we're allowed to get more time to work with the folks. So it's all good. Now, take a look at that little light wand that I have in my hands there. That's that light bank that I purchased from AliExpress on Black Friday. And this is exactly what I really purchased it for. Just kind of on the go lighting that's, soft light, but it can be powerful so that, we could get that edge light on him. And so that's what it's really doing. The light coming from that door behind me, that lift gate or whatever, it was fine, but it wasn't powerful enough so that we can get like a nice soft yet kind of hard light on him. And I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but just it's enough light to get that edge on him, and it looks really nice. And so that's what I was hoping to do. I just put a V mount on there and fired that baby up, and it was fantastic. You can also do that with a Pavo tube. But this is going to give you so much more power because it's about 100 watts or so. And we're doing the same thing in here. We kind of shut the lights off, close the blinds, or not fully closed, as you can see. And then I'm just hitting them with a nice edge on the back side so that he's partially illuminated, but it's still illuminating the room because of the white walls. So we're getting a nice little bounce. And I love that because it's just running off of a V-mount battery. And the thing about that is it's way cheaper than Pavo tubes. The full-size Pavo tubes, I think we paid close somewhere to $600 to $1,000. I can't remember. It's been a while since we purchased those, but I remember we got them on sale on a Black Friday deal maybe 2 years ago. But it's still super expensive in comparison to what I ended up paying for this whole little setup. And if you didn't watch my Black Friday video, you should check it out. But it's the Ulanzi 120 buy with the light bank. I think the whole thing is less than $250, right? And then if you get the V-mount battery, another $80 there. So about $340, $330, and you have that nice setup that can be used for so many things. So I'm really glad that I purchased that, and that we can go just on the go with that.
Push, push.
And once again, we have come to the end of another production day. If you haven't noticed, I've been using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 for this guy. I made a review on it in a previous video, and I'm really loving this thing. But this was the first job that I used it on, and this is the job that I got frustrated with it because it wasn't my iPhone. And so I did get a little frustrated with it. But since then, I've used it about 3 or 4 times, finally got the hang of it, watched some tutorials, and now I'm very happy with it. Now I know how to work it properly. So, well, that's it. I'll catch you on the next one.